my intro. Beautiful. Love it. All right. Welcome to the Drive the Greens with Ryan Bentz. This is Ryan Bentz, recording live in the Safe Saturday studio with my recording manager, Ethan Petrick. And also in the room, we got Will Reason having his eggs and pizza. And yeah, healthy snack. All right. So, breaking news with the Drive the Greens with Ryan Bentz. I will be starting to talk about NASCAR and NASCAR only. So I will be exclusively NASCAR. So sorry for all you golf fans. I know I hinted at doing some soccer stuff too, but unfortunately that won't be in the show. But we got NASCAR still, so we'll go with that. All right. So to start the podcast off, let's do a fun fact for the week. So I was just I don't know, I was bored. I was just Googling stuff. And I'm like, okay, what's a fun fact that I can tell my audience? And one came up. Have you ever wondered what outer space smelled like? I mean, would it smell like anything, do you think? Ethan says raspberries. No, unfortunately, it's not raspberries. But instead of raspberries, it smells like seared steak, according to former astronauts. So space does have a distinct odor that hangs around post-spacewalk, these former astronauts said. They've described it as hot metal, which I guess makes sense, or searing steak. So that's kind of something to think about. Interesting fact, definitely fun for you. Hope you enjoyed that one. All right, so let's go into NASCAR now. Let's talk about some breaking news. So I know if you've listened to Safe Saturdays podcast, just the recent one, I talked about Clint Bowyer in that 14 car retiring from full-time racing, and he will move up in the Fox booth with Jeff Gordon. And let's see what Clint Bowyer has to say about that. So on recently he said he'd still be driving next season if Fox hadn't offered him the chance to be in the booth with Mike Joy and Jeff Gordon. Bowyer has recently worked in the Fox booth, and he actually was set to be a free agent after the season ended. So I don't think he would have passed the option to be in the Fox booth. Bowyer is 41 years old, and unfortunately eliminated last week from the playoffs at the Charville-Roval on Sunday. He had a very strong car. He was running 1-2 early on the race. I was pulling off for him. If you read my blog, I actually had Clint Bowyer to win the race, but unfortunately didn't end up with the 14 in victory lane. So Clint Bowyer also said it was an opportunity of a lifetime, an opportunity to stay a part of the sport for many years to come, and that's the coolest thing about it. Was I getting close to being ready to go out of the car and start thinking about it anyways? Yes. Was there a lot of things that happened this year in the schedule and things like that where I was away from my family doing this on my own that kind of made that decision a little easier yet? Yes. There were a lot of things going on, but the event of a race weekend is something that you just can't do without. So I wish Clint Bowyer the best of luck for his future. He was an incredible race car driver. Definitely made the sport a lot of fun to watch. And he'll definitely continue to make the sport really fun to watch as he's up in the Fox booth next season. All right, next topic. Let's talk about NASCAR's 2021 schedule. There's a lot of changes going on, a lot of interesting changes, some changes I don't like, some changes I might like, and some changes I love. So obviously we'll start with Daytona 500, February 14th. And then after February 21st, we got Homestead Miami Speedway. So those are the few tracks that are staying the same from this year's schedule. But the first track that is different is Bristol Motor Speedway, March 28th. And that will be raced on dirt. this will be the first time ever a Cup Series race will be held on a dirt track. And this is the race where I am a little less excited about. You might think, well, that's something different. See some cup cars spinning on the dirt. I mean, it's something we've never seen before, and maybe something I'll have to look forward to. But right now, just something I'm not really excited about. But I guess we'll see. I mean, it's Bristol. I mean, I love Bristol. That's my favorite race venue. So I'm sure it's still going to be an exciting race, but we'll see. And then another new track that was added, Circuit of the Americas. So that's another road course. So they're adding a road course to the next year's schedule, and that is in Austin, Texas. So and that's usually where Formula One cars, Indy cars drive on. So this will be the first time the Cup Series will race at Circuit of the Americas as well. And I got to tell you, Chase Elliott is loving this new schedule. I think we got 5 total road course races. So next year might be Chase Elliott's year. If it's not this year, we'll have to see. And then so Circuit of the Americas, and then 2 weeks after Sonoma Raceway, and that's another road course. So look for Chase Elliott to have a strong mid-season run there. And then we got back-to-back Texas Motor Speed. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Texas Motor Speedway with the All-Star race. I'm definitely planning on attending that race down in Texas. All-Star race. Gonna be a fun race to watch. And then we got Road America on the schedule. That's a new course. It's also a road course, and that's up in Wisconsin. Yeah, race NASCAR in Wisconsin. You would have never guessed. I sure have never guessed, but that'll be another interesting one to watch. And for all you Wisconsinians, if I said that right, who loves NASCAR, well, there you go, right in your backyard. And then they're adding the Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course on the schedule as well. Cup Series hasn't done the road course at Indianapolis, so this will be another new course for these guys. So look for next season to be very wild, very wild. And then the playoffs remain the same as this year. So with that, 2021 NASCAR schedule going to be very, very fun, very interesting. A lot of new opportunities for these Cup drivers, and we should see a different amount of Cup drivers advance in the playoffs as well, is what I'm guessing here. All right. So let's talk about last weekend, Charlotte Roval. All right, road course. And guess what, folks? Hit it, Ethan. Yeah. Let's listen to these trumpets here for a second. Oh, I love to hear it. As a trumpet player myself. Yeah, add a little guitar. Yeah. Loving it. All right. So the reason I played that happy tune is because I picked the right race driver to win at Charlotte Roval. Chase Elliott in that number 9 Napa Chevy. Dominant on road courses, won the last 4, tied with Jeff Gordon. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody saw it. He was a clear favorite to win. So not a surprise, but it's still exciting to pick a NASCAR driver to win a race. I mean, rarely happens, but I mean, Chase Elliott with as solid as he is on a road course. I mean, nothing can go wrong with that guy on road courses. So but still, happy times. So congrats to Chase Elliott and then number 9 team. They did an extraordinary job. So that was Charlotte Roval was the last race in the round of 12. And we saw 4 drivers get eliminated and 8 drivers advance to the round of 8. And what I can tell you right now is the defending champ, Kyle Busch, eliminated from the playoffs. And this is his first time not making the Final Four in 5 years. So some will say, well, has Kyle Busch lost it? I mean, is he done? Is he washed out? I don't think so. I still think he could win a race this season yet, which will definitely make the playoffs a lot more interesting, seeing that the playoff drivers will have to fight for points if that happens. But, yeah, Kyle Busch, defending champ, eliminated from the playoffs. We also saw Austin Dillon, Eric Almirola, and, yeah, Clint Boyer. All 4 of those guys were eliminated from the playoffs. I know. Thank you for that. We got 8 drivers advancing. Those 8 drivers, Kurt Busch won at Las Vegas. He's advancing. Denny Hamlin won at Talladega. He's advancing. And then the winner of last week, Chase Elliott, he's advancing. And then Kevin Harvick's advancing, along with Brad Keselowski, Martin Truex, Alex Bowman, and my guy, Joey Logano. So we have a very competitive 8-driver field that's going to be interesting to watch. And let's talk about the power rankings. So power rankings entering the round of 8. We see, obviously, Kevin Harvick, number 1 spot. And not too far behind him, Denny Hamlin. And then 3rd is Chase Elliott. Gotta love it, right? Gotta love it for you Chase lovers out there. But my personal favorite, Joey Logano, ranked number 4th, power rankings. And then Martin Truex, 5th. Brad Keselowski, 6th. Alex Bowman, 7th. And Kurt Busch, 8th. So those are power rankings entering round of 8. And for this upcoming round of 8 schedule, we got next weekend. We are up at Kansas Speedway. And Joey, talk about Joey here. That number 22 car had some success at Kansas, winning there twice. So he should have a good run there at Kansas. And then Chase Elliott, also a winner at Kansas. Kevin Harvick, obviously another winner at Kansas. So we got a lot of drivers in the playoffs that has success at Kansas Speedway. So it'll be a very interesting race to see how it plays out. See who's the first driver in the round of 8 to advance to the final championship 4. So it's this round of 8. This is go time for these drivers. They got to race to the championship now. That's their goal, championship right now. So it's gonna be very, very exciting, very intense. I'm loving it right now. I can't wait. So the odds to make it. What are the odds for these drivers to make it to the Final Four before the start of the round of 8? So I'm going to discuss my drivers who have the better chances to make the Final Four, championship 4, before we start with the round of 8. These are my drivers here. All right, Harvick, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Chase Elliott. Those are my guys. And if you're wondering, well, what about Denny Hamlin? Well, I don't think he's strong enough right now. He's not running that strong. I mean, sure, he had that win in Talladega, but that was controversial. I don't want to get into that. But other than that, he's been running pretty poorly. He's been having some bad luck, and Denny Hamlin just hasn't been. I mean, I couldn't tell you the last time he was been in the Final Four. I don't think it was last year. I don't think it was the year before that. So, and I don't think it's gonna be this year either. So, Brad Keselowski, I like Brad. I also like. I mean, Martinsville would be the eliminating race. That's the half-mile track to end the round of 8, and I think that's Brad's best track. Last year, dominated at Martinsville. I think he ran over. I think he led over 400 laps, which is just mind-boggling. I mean, that's how strong Keselowski is at Martinsville. So look for Brad to win at Martinsville, advance to the Final Four. I think it's up to Joey to either get Kansas or Texas. Joey's also won at Martinsville, so this is definitely Joey's strongest playoff round. So it'll be interesting to see where Joey ends up after all this. And Chase Elliott, I think he's got a strong enough car to stay in the front and get the points he needs to advance in that 4th spot. So we'll have Harvick winning at Kansas, Joey winning at Texas, Brad winning at Martinsville, and Chase entering on points ahead of Denny Hamlin. Those are my final 4. And honestly, out of that group, I couldn't tell you who I think is going to win it all. Kevin Harvick's kind of screaming on inside my head right now, but I don't know. We'll just have to see how they race this upcoming playoffs round. And finally, what I got for us to end today is the odds to win the championship. So these are the Vegas odds. Denny Hamlin plus 200, Martin Truex plus 1,000, Kevin Harvick plus 135, the favorite, Joey Logano plus 1,200, sleeper pick, Brad Keselowski plus 600, Chase Elliott plus 550, Alex Bowman and Kurt Busch at plus 2,400. So right now the Vegas odds have the best chances, let's say, to make the Final Four: Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski, and Chase Elliott. So those are your odds to make it or to win outright the NASCAR 2020 championship season. So this is the end of my second podcast with Drive the Greens with Ryan Bentz. Hope y'all enjoyed. Come back and see me next time.